Greetings, Biafrans. Greetings, lovers of freedom. My name is MAP Eziokwu 1, and I want you to pay attention and watch this video. This voice coming from Aisha Yusuf, what he said about the continuous detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the statement of ohanaeze Igbo towards Mazi Nnamdi Kanu about when the ohanaeze Igbo say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be pardoned and be released. I want you to pay attention to listen to Aisha Yusuf's reaction towards that particular statement made, or will I call it a statement made by ohanaeze Igbo, or will I call it a blunder committed by ohanaeze Igbo? Without taking much of your time, let us listen to Aisha Yusuf, how he educates the entire ohanaeze Igbo who don't know their stand and their value at this present situation today, or in the present of contraction called Nigeria. Let us listen to Aisha Yusuf on what she has to say. Pay attention.
To be talking his talk. Kanu was arrested in Kenya by former President Muhammadu Buhari's Nigerian government, has been held in detention at the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS) since June 2021 by the Nigerian government, prosecuting him on trumped-up charges of terrorism and treason. Sahara reporters on Tuesday reported that as Nigeria marked its 64th Independence Day anniversary, the ohanaeze Igbo worldwide asked Tinubu to grant Kanu a political pardon as part of the independence anniversary. That's so wrong. You cannot be telling somebody to pardon. You should be telling the Nigerian government to free him, and then you should sue the Nigerian government for damages. Why are you holding him for illegal arrest or whatever it is lawyers call that thing? That's what he should be suing the Nigerian government for, not the one that they are telling him that he should go and be seeking for, pardon. Okeke Ogene has stressed that releasing Kanu could pave way for peace, help identify those responsible for violence, and ultimately end the troubling sit-at-home orders in the southeast. Yes, releasing him could pave. I totally agree with that. By releasing him, but not that as a pardon. As the Nigerian government doing what they ought to do, because they shouldn't have arrested him in the first place. There was no need for him to be arrested. So they should release him and apologize to him. And if he wants, then he can sue them. Not that as a pardon. When you say as a pardon, what it means is that he's accepting that he committed a crime. How will you be pardoned when there's no crime attached to what you've done? They've wronged you, and instead of them to release you, then they are not saying that they pardon you. How does that work? Sometimes the way we take issues, little things matter. These little things, it's not just the end. I say this thing all the time. The end can never justify the means. We always want to let the end justify the means. Say, shall he be free now? No, you cannot say you are going to pardon him. What you mean is that you are saying that, oh, he has committed a crime, which he hasn't. However, reacting to the request, Ejimako described Ohanese's request as shocking, saying that the organization could not be asking for a pardon for the IPOB leader who has not been convicted by a court. The lawyer said that pardon is only granted for convicted felons. Exactly. Stressing that such a request would never arise in Kanu's case, as he did not commit any crime by demanding political justice for his people. Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime. What did he do? The injustice has been meted out on him, and instead of us to call the state and to order, they are telling him that they should come and give political, pardon. The lawyer said that, in his reaction posted on his X account, Ejimako said, "Dear ohanaeze Igbo, it's shocking that you are asking for pardon for someone who is not yet convicted. For your information, pardon is for convicted fellows. It will never arise in this case because MNK, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, committed no crime by demanding political justice for his people. As far as I'm concerned, 64 years after independence, 110 years after amalgamation, Nigeria should sit down and have the Nigerian conversation."
I believe every one of you listening to that very sound voice coming out from Aisha Yusuf. Now, having played that voice and having listened to her, then bring it to a statement made by the so-called ohanaeze Igbo, the so-called elite, who cannot differentiate when somebody are being convicted of a particular crime and when somebody is not yet convicted. maybe in their mind, they might be thinking that they are doing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu favor by making such a press release. But that is a blunder. Now, bring it to our struggle. Let me tell us one thing. What is holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today is not just because he is an Igbo man, but because of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for. That thing Mazi stands for is what you need to ask yourself. What is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu standing for? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing for the freedom of the people of Biafra, the freedom of Ndi Igbo. And in every situation, in every country, in every part of this world, when your leader or when somebody is fighting for you and the person is in the forefront, fighting that battle, any day they hold that person, it becomes the duty of the people whom the person is fighting for to rise up and fight for the person who is fighting for them. In other words, since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for the Biafrans, this is the right time. The Biafran people need to define what they stand for. This is the right time. The people of the old Eastern region need to make their demand and make their stand known to every world that what we stand for is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand for. It is the duty, it is our duty to rise up and fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not flogging NEPA people or coming out to fight ourselves. We need to stand up, because if we are waiting for court to to pass judgment on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the only judgment you can get from court is either life imprisonment or death imprisonment. He will be guilty. What will make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not to be guilty is when his people rise up to show that yes, they are solidly behind him and they are the one who sent him, that what he is fighting for is what every one of us is fighting for. In other words, we must make a demand and define what we want. Either we want one Nigeria or we want our freedom. And by this, the entire region need to rise up and speak with one voice and demonstrate what they actually need. Without this, everything we are doing is nothing. Let me tell us one thing here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there is no amount of press release that will free him. There is no amount of release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on health condition that it will free him. There is no any amount of pardon him, he have committed this. No. The only way the world and the Nigerian government will know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not committed anything is when the people he is fighting for rise up to demand the same thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is demanding, to stand and speaking for that thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is standing for and is speaking for. You will see that they will now say, oh, he is not alone. If he is alone, his people will not be doing the same thing he is saying or rising up. But currently, we have become coward and they have instigated fear on us. That is why up till now, everybody is waiting for court to pass judgment. The question I want to ask you, is it court that is going to declare Biafra Republic? Is it court that will declare referendum? Is it court that will declare for us to have freedom? Of course, no, it's not court. It's the people. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the forefront. It's left for you to rise up and do the needful. I don't want to say much. But I still also thank Aisha yesufu for educating the illiterate and the bunch of fools called ohanaeze Igbo who always commit blunder, disgracing themselves home and abroad. Or remember my humble self, MAP Eziokwu. 1. Fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We must speak. Either we go for Biafra or we go for Nigeria. You cannot fight for Biafra at the same time looking for Igbo presidency. You can never achieve these two things. We must sacrifice one to get one. All must hail Biafra. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. God bless MAP.